Hello?
Hey guys, how you doing? We're on 1991 Bride of Pinbot, Williams. One of my favorite games, a game that will always be on in my collection. So, what do we do in this game? Well, basically, we shoot this left ramp a lot. Like, a lot. And what it will do is it will transfer all of her faces. She has a face where you put a ball in her mouth and she can speak. Then she has 2 eyes, she can see you. And then you have 2 more and it goes to a human form. And then 2 more and you light this center shot, which is not resembling anything. There's these 2 ramps right here and here. You shoot the ball right up there and it explodes. It's Python Angelo for you. Gotta love the dude. You know how to play this game. Left ramp.
I've played it. Yeah, I played it.
I know.
Here a couple of times.
Yeah.
But that's about it, really. Left ramp is it.
Basically, you can also do this heart loop a lot to do to get. Once you do it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, it'll start getting a million each award or each ramp, and then you have an extra ball after 4 left loops, which lights in the in lanes or out lanes.
Cool. I expect to learn tonight.
Hey Andrew, how you doing? Woo! And like System 11s, this game does not have a ball save.
Ooh.
I see how it's going to be, Brian. Sometimes she's mean to me.
Most women are. No matter how nice you treat them. That's just my personal experience. Your mileage may vary, as they say. First of all, I have to get that shot down.
Yeah. So it's definitely a very specific place on the flipper. A lot of Bride of Pinbots, including my old one, you used to be able to backhand that left ramp. You can on this one.
Oh, really?
But on this one, I ended up putting the stronger coils. Stronger coil on the right. So it really makes that ramp kind of like any other Bride of Pinbot I've played. A lot of times you'll play these when you see them at shows, and it'll just be weak flippers. And if you can't make that left ramp, there's no point in playing the game.
Yeah.
Hey, Mad City Pinball, how you doing, bud? You haven't played with her for so long. I really do kind of ignore her. I feel bad. All right, did not mean to do that. We'll check. We'll switch over to pinball. Thank you. I mean, this is retro. This is a 1990 game, but yes, I do stream under pinball when I do pinball.
Retro usually just arcade?
Retros, yeah, old consoles and old arcade games. All right, should be able to switch it here. There we go. Thanks. XXAWWAXX. How do you pronounce your name?
Jimmy.
I want to spell it Jimmy. I want it spelled phonetically.
I used to work with a guy. His name was spelled Pryzbyz.
Really?
That was his last name. No vowels.
Thank you, Mad City, for the bits.
Pryzbyz.
Oh, it's Wax. What are you doing with that name, buddy? Dude, did you guys hear that sound when the bits came through? I didn't hear anything over here. Oh, I'm not plugged in directly. Let me plug in directly too.
Anybody out there know how to pronounce that name?
Well, it's Wax. It's my buddy Wax.
No, the Pryzbyz. If you can spell it out phonetically on the chat here, you'll win absolutely nothing but my admiration. It's not worth much either, to be honest with you. Oh, it's me. Shall I wait?
No, it's still me.
Oh, okay.
I just I stopped to.
Oh, that's right.
There was no sound. Okay, I will double check why that is.
Oh, no sound.
Oh no, just no sound on my alert.
Oh, was the talking in this. Were there many talking games before this one?
Yeah, the first one was Gorgar, which was
Remember
80s.
that? Yeah.
But this was very interactive, so it had that going for it. It felt like an experience more than just a pinball game with a theme.
Especially if you were a teenage nerd that couldn't get girlfriends.
Oh, I haven't done anything yet, Med City. Let me, I think I have to do it on the other computer. I'll be right back.
So that P-R-Y-Z-B-Y-Z was pronounced shibbish. Like S-H-I-B-B-I-S-H. Don't know why. I'll probably drain before he gets back, but what the heck. Can you post pass? Yes, you can. Can you learn that shot? Eventually.
So that worked. Hey, Free Play Florida. What's up, doing, hamster? Hey, Amy, can you fix my Splatterhouse PCB board, please? Or do I need to send it away? It's stuck in a ROM check. Yeah, I think there's a minimum of a certain amount to make a sound, but it showed up on screen, so it should have made a sound. So I don't know. It's not a big deal. Thank you again for the bits. What's up, Johnny Mnemonic? How you doing? I own a Johnny Mnemonic.
I do like that game.
It's cool. It's really fast. Yeah. The only thing that got to me was like the voice acting. It will grill at you. It's really bad. And this is why I bought this game. This display, like the first time you do it, it's really, really cool. You got friend zone, Johnny Platonic. You didn't get along with the game? My God, she's alive! Give it to me, girl. Come on, baby. Be nice to me. Alright, stream's done. See you guys!
How often does that come up?
It's RNG, but it seems to be, I think, it might not be necessarily be RNG, but the first time you get it, the first time you get into the Billionaire's Cup from the first game, on the first boot, it seems to be more relevant.
Yeah.
So I could have kept on going and keep on getting Wheel Awards. I just wanted to be kind of dramatic.
Oh,
So
hey, it worked.
Good.
I'm going to have trouble beating you, catching you. Getting anywhere near your score since I don't even have enough rank dialed in yet.
There's a few people that actually say that they really hate her singing. It doesn't bother me at all, but it bothers a few of my friends. So you're not alone in that. Hey Peppers, how you doing?
Almost caught you there.
So if you make the Billionaires Club, there's actually a separate scoreboard, and it has a scoreboard of 20. So with these System 11 games, I mean this is a WBC, but with System 11, you they were always trying to get you to try to play. So on the back box, there's always like a goal or a jackpot that you can physically see. So on this game, it's her leg, but they also wanted you to put your name up and have pride in that. So that's why it will push the 20th person out to get your name in there. Because I didn't really do anything other than the Billionaires Club in that game. Hey Chris, thank you for the host.
That was a pretty smart strategy to get more points.
A billion? Yeah.
Yeah.
100 timed your score. 100.
Yeah. Nothing new.
Right. Man, it's
Not bad.
3-player game. It's been touchy. It's a little touchy.
Some women are like that.
She definitely is. I'll let you go first.
Thanks.
No, hey Chris, when she goes to her human form, she's like singing. Thanks to the host as always, Quickie Mark.
I haven't hit that ring.
Some good whiskey. Well, bourbon. No, it's scotch.
That's scotch, man.
It's the last one. It's just so smooth, it doesn't taste like a scotch.
I know.
I'm not sure what that emote explosion was. You like the purple flippers? Yeah. I changed up the star post to purple as well. There we go.
Now it's working.
Yeah.
Just a little delayed.
Thanks for the follow, DJ Avant-Garde. What you got? Probably a jackpot. Nope.
I know you did that just to make me feel good.
Oh, sure.
I appreciate it. You're a good friend.
You just gonna request an encore? Welcome to the 90s future. Yeah, this is very 90s future.
You said you can't, even if you do it like that, I don't like it. But I can do that.
And usually when you can backhand it, it's from a dead stop.
On one that'll let you do that.
That'll let you do it, yeah.
Yeah. I did that before you changed out the flippers.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Partial optical link. Because we got one ball in our eye. She can almost see. Here we go. I can see you. So the first time Pinbot, which is up here in this right, asked how he looks, and she just laughs it off. It's rude. But the second time you get there, she's like, "You look good." I know I say that, I definitely do say that every stream, but I think it's just something that it goes kind of unnoticed.
This is obviously a pretty complicated machine. When it came out, were there any problems with the mechs, or was it pretty solid?
The head mechanism could have some faults, but the rest of it's pretty simple. Just kind of switches. A lot of times, you'll see a Bride of Pinbot if the head does work. Don't you tilt. So there's 4 switches on the head positioning, and then there's also a switch entrance going into her head.
Yeah.
If any of those switches malfunction, her head acts up. There's also 2 switches in her eyes.
I assume there were no optos at this time.
No. Optos were introduced later in the WPC with Fliptronics. And the reason they did that... Dude, why is it all blurry at the bottom? Hold on, let me fix the exposure, guys. Exposure.
Maybe that's why I can't make a shot. My flippers are blurry.
That's better. So the Fliptronic system is because they're trying to get away from the power running through the flippers.
Yeah.
And through the flipper buttons. And the Fliptronic is basically, it's an opto that says the flipper is being flipped or not being flipped. And different stages of it. Adams has the first opto in the vault. Sweet.
Let's see if I can make my first left ramp shot of the night. Hey!
Nice. Yeah, CNK, I changed out the flipper bats for purple. As well as the lights on her head, the flashers, the domes on her head. Yeah, and the star posts. TAFs, so I've seen Adams families with Fliptronic systems and without Fliptronic systems.
Oh, really?
Because Adams was kind of when they were really testing the WPC system. The lighting is all, the lighting was done by the previous owner, it's all LEDs. Which up into this game I was very anti-LED. But that was the time when people were making their games look like fish bowls, and they were just way too bright. Now people, I think understand that there's a balance you're gonna want to have, and also the newer games are designed for LEDs in mind, so they're not just converting AC and DC incorrectly. 'Cause they used to be just bright and stroby. They were really gross.
I saw a Getaway. Somebody had done that with it, put all colored LEDs in it. I think you saw it at Marshall's shop.
Yeah.
And you know, I really like the Getaway, but I think that was just over the top for me.
You gotta have light in the GI. You can add a couple highlight colors here and there.
Yeah.
But when you go all, like, the worst game is Dracula. People always blue and purple and pink out Draculas, and you can't see the fucking ball.
Yeah. Blue actually makes it hard to see.
Yeah.
Anything.
Blue's, yeah, very damaged. Like, blue and purple is hard for the eye to actually process. So. And a silver ball that reflects light, it's not a good idea.
Yeah. Let's see, if you do that, you gotta change it all out with the ceramic bags, the powder balls. Just so you can see them.
Good old tip pass. Ah! Oh, Icarus, Damdam was streaming Mushy Mushy Pork earlier, which I found really cool. I haven't seen that game other than Aquas be streamed by anybody.
Welcome to the Billionaire Club. Don't all settle.
I'm losing it. Yeah, of course you are. Typical robot female. What you got from girl? Yeah, it's 2 for 2 on the billion so far. Don't tire her out. She can handle it. She's a big woman. So I've had my I've had not this Brighter Pinbot, but the Brighter Pinbot before this. I brought it to Replay Museum. No, I brought it to Free Play Florida, and I didn't have time. But what I wanted to do on the human face, I wanted to print out a decal of what's his name, Donkey Kong guy.
DK.
Billy Mitchell.
Oh yeah.
And then have him as like, because it's just a flat face.
Gotcha. Yeah. Donkey Kong winner.
Well.
He said so.
This is a normal Brighter Pinbot. The 2.0 for the longest time has had really bad emulated, uses a version of PinMame for the switches and for the sound. Sounds like crap. There is somebody sent me a link. I couldn't find it recently because somebody was asking about it. But there's actually somebody is working on upgrading the PinMame and the samples that he uses for the audio. So if that happens, I would consider it, but it's still a lot of money to throw into a game. Yeah, Billy Mitchell. Because Billy Mitchell has always been at our previous Free Play Floridas.
Oh, I didn't know he was.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to still be frequenting the shows.
He has been doing the other shows, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's always still...
Shit!
He's always denied cheating.
I mean, if anything, more people know him now, so...
Yeah. I didn't know who he was until the recent revelations.
You get extra ball. Subs up. So we've already done this. This is a Billionaire game, and the first game we started with was a Billionaire game as well. Feels good, man. There's some streams that I've done where I won't get one. So I've already done my billion, so I can start drinking whiskey again.
Yeah, please start soon, dude.
That used to be my rule with Brighter Pinbot. I wasn't allowed to drink until I got a billion when I'm streaming.
Did you have some dry nights when you were doing that?
What's that?
Did you have some dry nights when you were doing that?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Ah! I moved the extra ball out of the way! Like a goof. Oh, yeah.
That's still you, right? Oh, it's up.
We'll put you in there, Zop. This home rom's like, nope. Usually the song continues on.
Let's do it again.
Hey!
It's working.
You and Cathode would look cute in matching t-shirts.
We would. You should get like the blue version of this. Hold hands and play some split flipper pinball games.
Oh man, that just makes me shudder.
Hey Rubber Ducks, thank you for this. Thank you for a whole year, buddy.
Woo.
Holy crap! I think that's my first whole year. Thank you so much.
I gave you one, but you were offline when I did it. Sure, you did.
Both in pink. Alright, we can make that happen. This is another good game to play one-handed. If you know what I mean.
I'm still working on two-handed.
So I played this game. At Chicago Expo, Gaming Expo, or Chicago Pinball Expo, and it was the Corn, which is like a legendary modder. He's been around since the old RPG days, and it was his restored Bride of Pinbot. It had a 12-inch subwoofer in the coin door, so it was just bass in your pants. It was very awkward to play. It was more awkward than Rubber Ducks.
Well, considering it's Bride of Pinbot, you know,
Yeah.
she's talking to you while it's sitting there massaging you.
It was weird. Nope. Uh-oh. Alright, can you play long enough so I can get some whiskey?
I don't know. At this point, I'm doubting it. I really am. Speak to me. You say we need shuttle bot?
We need shuttle launch.
Oh.
Trying to launch that shuttle. You know, like T-Pain.
Uh-huh.
The shuttle launch, like, it's saying it needs you left ramp, but there's an extra ball. The extra ball mechanism is that thing shooting in between her legs.
Okay. I like how she laughs at me.
Ooh.
Told you, when I try and catch the ball, I don't play well. When I keep it moving, I do much better.
Laughs it off. Get it.
So I'm still going for the same
Left ramp.
Okay.
You want to ask me what
Not
to do?
anymore now.
Left ramp.
Keep the ball in play. Oh yeah, and left ramp. Well, I played a lot longer that time.
Yeah, it was good. I got a couple sets in.
So we can keep it up. Suppository extra low.
Yeah, dude, Donkey Kong. It's so bad. It's like right here.
That is rude.
Throwing an extra ball up there. I don't know why it's doing that because... Oh, there we go. I was like, is my cross switch not working? Or kick out lane? Or shooter lane switch? There we go. That's the word I was looking for. I think this is the only mod I have installed in any of my games.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You don't enjoy modding, or what's the story?
I just generally don't like them.
It's not into it.
And my main concern with mods is when a ball can get stuck on them.
Right.
Like we back in the days of there was a place called Octa. There was a bar where we used to buy games from people and operate them. And we were buying these games from collectors, and the problem was they were all modded to high hell.
Right.
And as an operator, if it's not taken, if it's not able to be played, it's losing money.
Right.
So
that stuff breaks and gets in the way.
We had like a pirate. We had an Addams Family was the worst. Had freaking mods all over. Had the bear rug. Had like Cousin It. Like everything would get like a ball stuck. So what? If you ever see the making of I think it's Avatar or Iron Man, John Borg is walking around the playfield with a magnet and a ball on it, seeing if he can get the ball stuck anywhere.
Yeah.
Now the only game I've seen that doesn't follow that for Stern is Guardians of the Galaxy. It's got Groot's head. You could put a ball anywhere up there.
Yeah.
But they must have just run so many tests and figured out that a ball can't pop up there on its own.
Right.
But it has a big old freaking head.
Yeah. It could get stuck.
Yeah.
Well, back then I bet you could not find, probably even now, it's hard to find a Twilight Zone that's not overly modded.
Yeah.
My problem is I just enjoy working on them so much
Yeah.
that, I try and keep the mods tasteful and limited, but I just like working on the machines.
So you've had mostly new games.
Yes.
One of the most satisfying thing you can do is to bring a game back to life.
Well, I did that with my Sky Jump.
Okay, you did, yeah.
The 72.
Yeah.
That thing was trashed.
Oh, nice. That is true.
And I really made it a very, very nice game. I just didn't restore the cabinet because I was done.
Yeah. It's a really satisfying process,
It
especially
is.
if the game's dead. Like you have to repin the CPU or have to rebuild the power supply.
And honestly, I was just learning a lot of things at that point. I really didn't know much of anything.
It's the best way to learn. When people ever say they want to know how to work on games, I'm like, buy one because it's gonna break.
Yeah.
And you will have to work on it.
Yep. There are a lot of people that own games that just pay people to fix them for them.
I did for a long time.
Really?
Originally, yeah, I didn't know how to work on it. I still could be a lot better at circuitry and whatnot.
That's my downfall. I really don't know anything about how to use a meter and any of that.
Yeah.
So, I can test for continuity and that's about it.
Yep, I do a little bit more than that.
I figured when I retire, I might start working on pins for fun for people. You know? And I'll take electronics courses and learn all that stuff.
Right. Meek said, I haven't done a playfield swap. I had a Flash Gordon that I was going to do, but I ended up having a friend saying that he was going to work on a Flash Gordon as well, and he would do mine at the same time. But it just 3 or 4 years later, it just never happened. So I ended up selling it, and I wasn't motivated enough to do it myself.
Playfield swap really intimidates me.
Thank you, New Anton, for the host. Yeah, well, playfield swaps it's a little bit easier with these type of games.
Yeah.
Flash Gordon has a braid cable, like a ground cable that you have to staple into the bottom.
I actually did that to my my Sky Jump. It didn't come with a braid.
Okay.
It didn't come with a ground. It had a 2-prong plug. I swapped it into a 3-prong plug and I grounded the whole thing, all the metal.
Oh wow.
The rails, everything that you could touch.
Huh.
And the power supply and everything.
How'd that work?
It worked great.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that sounds crazy to me, but the worst game I ever, or one of the worst games I ever worked on, that was the actual worst game.
I love that. I love that. It's good, Daddy.
Thank you, Skip Daddy, for the holy shit, for the raid and the host. Hey, Hotshot, Stormy, Elamir, Rudy, Attack. Hey guys.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, I think that alert's a little bit too loud, but I do love it. So what I was saying is that the worst game I've ever worked on was an old Bride of Pinbot that just had everything cut, had a bunch of stuff cut, and we basically had to come up with make our own new harness to get it going.
See, I might enjoy that if I had a schematic.
Right.
And I knew how to read a schematic.
And I knew how to read the schematic.
I had a schematic for my Sky Jump, but I got it, looked at it, and this isn't going to help me at all.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is one of the worst games I ever worked on was a roller games, and it was a roller games where the guy had 2 of them, and he sandwiched them together, and he was an electrician. So he just kind of thought about fixing stuff as an electrician. So the 5 volts was gone. So instead of rebuilding the power supply, he threw a switcher in there, cut the harness, and ran it to the switcher, as opposed to just fixing the power supply.
Right.
And then underneath,
I'm gonna make it better.
underneath the playfield, instead of like they have everything bound and wrapped up, it was just a freaking mess. Yeah, it was a rat's nest.
Wow.
And I bought it from a lady. Her husband just died. And we drove from here to Orlando. We drove an hour and a half to buy it.
Must have been a good deal.
It was just an okay deal. It was an okay deal. It was like, I think it was like $800 or $1,100 at the time, which the time was okay for roller games. But I just had to buy it because I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
And the bride of Pinbot was actually her husband had passed away as well.
So did you get any idea, any story as to why the wires were all cut on the bride?
No, they died.
Yeah, I know.
Both the guys died.
They both died.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they both died.
Well, that sucks.
Top Gunner, thank you for the follow, as well as Stormy, thank you for the follow.
Carl and Dance, man, that's awesome.
Cheers, guys. I hope you guys are having a good Wednesday.
I think I'll go first.
It feels like Tuesday to me because Monday I didn't work.
A lot of us are in that same boat. I'm just happy that it's another short week.
Yeah. Hope you're doing well, Skip. Thinking about you, buddy.
Dang, damn it.
And so my first two games I got Billionaire. I got Billionaire's Club. So we qualified the big puntos earlier.
He's gonna have to drink heavy. He's gotten it twice.
Been drinking. I'm just here for the left ramp. I got plenty of left ramp for you, buddy. Yeah, short week is some good shit.
That is.
The only thing that sucked is that we had two people out at the patent office. We had two people out, and it was a short week. So yesterday I worked an 11.5-hour day, and I did like.
I hope you're making OT on that.
I get paid by search and by the difficulty of the search. So yeah, I mean I made good money, but I had to get it done. Couldn't leave until it was done. So.
Well, that makes the job less fun, for sure.
Yeah, my mind was mush. And then I came home and started streaming because I promised myself I would stream.
This was when?
Last night.
Oh, okay.
And then I stayed up till 5 o'clock last night. Wow. Because I got a host at 2:30. It was like 2:30. Yeah, I think it was like 2:30 or 1:30 for 160 viewers. So I was like, and right before that, I literally said, "All right, guys, this is my last console. This is my last raffle for you guys." I didn't get one follow from it, but I had like 40 people viewing from it. But it was fun. Those the console raffles. What I do is I allow people to choose the system in the game for me to play for 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. So it's like you always get some games you've never played before, and that was the experience last night. Left ramp.
So, pardon my ignorance, I've never watched one of your video game streams. Console raffle, you've got a bunch of video games that you don't play? Or?
I have about 8 systems all hooked up to a professional video monitor in my office.
Okay.
And they all automatically switch over and turn on. And they all have multi-carts, so it has every game on there.
Oh, okay.
And then one feed goes to the video monitor, and one feed goes to the capture.
Okay.
So it's all real hardware, just emulated game cartridges.
Cool.
So they can say Paperboy 2 for the Super Nintendo, and I have to play Paperboy 2 for the Super Nintendo for 15 minutes. I also did Deep Blue for the TurboGrafx 16, which is an absolute god-awful shmup. I played that for 15 minutes. Couldn't beat the first stage. Actually, I couldn't beat the first stage. And then I played some PC Engine like shmup after that I'd never seen before. I don't have the extron RGB switcher. I use a GW Smart Lite, which I love. It's a little bit pricey, but it gives me a regulated dual output RGB, so it's really nice. Before that, I was splicing into the RGB, which isn't necessarily healthy for the equipment. Sega Master System Shinobi. That would have been dope. I played so one of my hidden gems of last night was a Sega Master System's game called Zillion, which was a really cool side scroller. It kind of reminded me of Rolling Thunder with a space theme, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back and play that. Gotta follow me just for the calling device. Nice.
I think I played Zillion a long time ago.
Zillion? There's a Zillion and a Zillion 2.
Don't really remember anything about it other than the name, and it was a space game. I'm pretty sure I played that.
Do it! I dare! Tell me!
I should be saying that. Oh,
Fuck you. Yeah, you are.
there you go. She told me to.
It's alright. Everything's kind of straightish. There we go. What's wrong? What's wrong, girl? You mad?
Took out stuff.
Come on, baby. Oh, she's mad now.
I think so. I don't think there's a ball stuck, unless it's.
So, no, there's this ball.
Maybe it was looking for that.
It's probably in my trough. You good, girl?
There he is.
I'm sorry. I won't hit you anymore. Jeez.
Robot spouse abuse.
Med City Pinball, thank you for the 5 biddies. I'm not sure why we're not getting a sound on that bit alert, but everything else works. But yeah, thank you, buddy, for the 5 bits. Everything's straight, kind of.
I think the back moved over a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You did hear the song. Good. You're setting up the Supernova for Game Plan. Don't know if I've played that. I do like Game Plan games a lot. My favorite is Andromeda. I also like Pinball Lizard a lot. I do not like Sharpshooter. And I adore Cyclops. You doing weird proc? These are the Titan competition bands. On the
Yeah, that's what Brian was using, right? When he's Iron Maiden?
Yes. Yes.
I think I'll get them on my next pin.
Yeah, they're clears. I would actually, if I were to redo this, I would well, there's actually not that many rubbers. I would put the clears on there.
I like the clears. They don't get as dirty as Scorpion and the white ones do. They play about the same.
Yeah. Whites are a little bit bouncier.
Yeah, a little softer.
Yeah!
Whoa. She's still pissed at you.
She mad.
I think she is. Is that it? Yahoo!
Hey, Andrea, I don't tell you how to live your life. Don't tell me how to treat my woman. I can be mean to her and beat her up a little bit if I want to.
Man, that drain
So,
sucks it bad.
you being a flow player, this is a game that will punish you for that.
Yeah, I see that.
You have to you
really
have
have to
to
stop it.
you have to stop it down. Yeah.
I played last time. I did fairly well, but I was playing one player, and that makes a big difference.
Yeah. When is TNA going to replay? As soon as they want it. Just gotta iron out the deal. I wanna change out Bad Cats for either Whitewater or Whirlwind. Alright, let me focus.
I feel strange.
Come on, girl. So I have a light on the playfield, but normally this would be completely dark.
Not really.
Yeah. I also noticed I normally have a purple spotlight in this corner, and I think it's burnt out. No! Come on, girl. It's not going to give it to me. There's no way it's going to give it to me right away.
3 times. You should be plastered by now.
Welcome to the Billionaire Club.
I was about to say, I don't know how the ball is staying on the playfield. This light show is gorgeous. It'll stay until you shoot a scoop or the ramp.
Oh no. Welcome
Skip,
to the Billionaire
what do you put for your initials? Ninjas with attitude. My favorite sound in the world.
Skip, you got 2 credits. You gotta show up and play it.
Sorry, Zot, you got pushed out, bud.
Alright.
Yeah, that's 3 Billionaires clubs so far. So I make myself stream this game and Paragon every so often, so I'm just reminded how much I love the game. Because like, if you let a game sit there and you don't play it, if you have like a bigger collection than this, you know, it can be easily offloaded.
Yeah, you end up letting it go. I've done that.
And then you're like, man.
I kind of did that with my Star Trek.
Yeah, which you have again now.
Yeah, it had been sitting there for a while. I hadn't been playing it. Somebody made me a great offer for it. And I'm like, I haven't played it in a while. Man, I missed that thing right away.
Yeah. So what do you think about Stern doing a Vault edition of Star Trek?
I think it's a great idea. I mean, they're going to make money on it. They're going to make a lot of money on it because they don't have to retool anything.
Right.
And people like that game. Although, I think there are still some pros available new in box at some of the distributors. And, I mean, I got my premium new in box, I don't know, 8 months ago, 6 months ago.
Right.
And so...
But that was a weird coincidence.
It was.
Not a coincidence, it was a weird situation.
There were actually 2 others that I found during that period. They're probably gone by now, but you know,
So-
that's great. I'm hoping Art will make his stuff again, although I don't know if he's allowed to anymore. But
So did you pay MSRP or above MSRP for getting that new in the box premium that had been aged for a little while?
I think I paid right about what I would pay for it from a distributor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering because, like, I mean, there's been cases where people will sit on, like, you know, a Medieval Madness or like a No Good Gopher sat in the box forever, and then they'll want, you know, 10 grand or something ridiculous for it.
And get it a lot of times.
Yeah.
And then the guy opens it up and finds out that the batteries leaked in the screw. Now, did you see that Star Trek Next Generation that had been given to the guy who played Worf, Michael Dorn, I think it is?
Yeah.
And he sat on that until last year.
Ooh.
And some guy found it and he sold it to this guy. And the guy got pictures of him handing it over new in the box. I don't know if he opened it,
Yeah.
but pretty wild. Huh?
That's crazy. I'd like to see pictures of that. I always love seeing pictures of that.
And you know, I think Michael Dorn probably didn't ask a whole lot of money for it because, you know, he's not in the pins for the money. He just had it in a warehouse for all these years. And he signed it.
Nice.
Opened up the top or something and signed it.
So Cassandra Peterson, with both of her pinball games, she got paid a majority of that in pinball games, physical games that she sat, and she would sell every so often.
Who's this?
Cassandra Peterson, aka Elvira.
Oh, I've heard of her.
So like Elvira a couple times has sold games on eBay for a premium, and you come pick it up and she'll sign it.
That's cool. I wonder if she sat on them long enough to ride the wave that is the prices of pinball these days.
No, she sold a Scared Stiff maybe 5 to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was for a good chunk of change at the time.
I heard rumors that they were going to make another Elvira game soon.
Ah!
There's no way.
Getting cocky. Baby!
Do you have to time it to get it, or is it like a roulette thing?
It's timed, yeah.
You just did it again.
Yeah. Come on, baby.
I gotta leave now.
You can do it again. I still haven't beaten 3. My buddy got 3 billion. 5 million. I see how it is, woman. Curse word. I'm gonna speak about this day to our children. Remember that one day where we had 4 Billionaires clubs?
When we talked about your anime.
She's probably getting jealous because I was talking about Elvira, my second love.
Hey. Gosh, darn it. Yeah, you know, I gotta dial in that shot. Once I get that in, I'll start being able to play this game.
Yeah?
Hope that happens tonight.
It took Cathode a while. He didn't ever get a Billionaires Club on my old Bride of Pinbot, and this is for years.
Really?
And then I think the first time playing this one, because this is a nicer, smoother game, he got it the first game, I believe.
The same code version and everything?
Yeah, same code. This is the home ROM, which has some fixes and some added light shows.
Other home ROMs for a lot of machines?
There's quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Lord of the Rings, Twilight Zone,
That one I have.
Bride of Pinbot. There's all of the ones the guy, Daddy's. He's doing them for Daddy's games.
I was surprised at how inexpensive it was when I got the one for my Twilight Zone.
How expensive what was?
Inexpensive, the ROM was, the home ROM.
Well, it's just one ROM.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of coding and work that goes into that.
Yeah.
And people would probably pay. Sometimes, you know, it's market demand that sets the price as opposed to how much a chip costs.
So Demo Man has 2 of them. Demo Man has one called Demolition Time and another one which is WPC. And then there's another one that's called, I believe it's Demolition Man on steroids, which requires a whole P-Rock system. There's Cactus Canyon Continued, and then there's another one as well that is WPC based. And supposedly for the remake, they're gonna be completing it themselves, so it'll be an even newer or different rule set.
But they're going to base that pretty much on what they think it should have been or would have been had it been completed by the original program.
Cactus Canyon Continued is awesome because it has all kinds of crazy stuff.
I don't know what Charlie's is. I played his. Great fun game.
Yeah, the Daddy Star Wars definitely needed it, and it plays a lot better. Still has the best voice acting in pinball. Shoot the Death Star! She might say you look good.
You know her a little too well.
That's my girl. I'm a good listener.
Women like that. Even sideboard.
Yeah.
It's got pretty good bass going at it.
Pinball Pro. Speaker set. Subwoofer.
Well, I'll tell you, the TNA, that speaker and amp system that Denise put in there is just amazing. I'll play that, and then I'll turn it off, or I'll just go over to the dialed in or another game, and it's night and day.
I think dialed in has really good sound.
I think it has great sound,
Yeah.
but when I'm playing TNA and I go right over to dialed in, it's like, oh my god, it's tin.
Yeah.
It's amazing the difference.
Oh, Wax, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Wax, I'd eventually like to get a whole digital pinball setup to be able to stream online.
Sorry to make you wait so long.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
So I'm out of here. I'm gonna go to the Arby's or something. But they like me.
Well, Edre, I'm not sure. I put up, so if you guys want to vote on the game that we're playing, every week I hit Twitter that day and let people vote. I wanted to play TNA, but I'll let you know. You guys at home is what decides it. So Bright Pinbot and Bad Cat's actually tied, but I was leaning more towards Bright Pinbot.
And in the future, of course, you can always put anything in my collection up there, or my own collection, if you want to feel like traveling.
Oh yeah. We have dialed in not Twilight Zone, Walking Dead Premium, Star Trek Premium, and a hole. A hole again.
A hole again. It's going to be a hole for about a month. I wonder what's going to be in there. Time will tell. Here they're having some trouble on the premiums and the LEs. With that machine, the sarcophagus.
It's, the LEs, when you buy a Stern LE, you're taking a risk because it hasn't been tested.
Right.
That's why I kind of like the premium, because they, usually they're actually rushing, Iron Maiden, they're kind of rushing the premium out. Usually they do an LE and then they'll do some more pros for a while,
Yeah.
and then they'll do premiums. And by the time they get around to the second run of the premiums, they have everything ironed out.
Right.
So it's actually not good to buy games
I know.
like brand new, because they fix things,
Well, you can always get the parts after they fix them.
Yeah.
Or, like I've said before, I really enjoy working on the machines, and so a lot of times I can bush fix something and make it work well.
I know you've had to do a lot to your dialed in. Skip Natty in chat has had to do a lot to his dialed in as well.
Yeah.
That's why it's almost better to buy a game from somebody that's gone through a game
Right.
than a brand new game.
Yeah. But there's nothing like that new game smell out of the box.
Smell. All right, who we got?
Is that me?
First person to give me a three-letter initial for their name will get it in there.
There's one.
No, you gotta
NIB.
until the code gets good. MBA. All right. What's up, Arcade Animal? How you doing, bud? I've been lurking on your pinball streams. If you guys don't follow Arcade Animal, give him a follow. He's starting to stream pinball more often.
Is it a little out for you?
You want to do a solo game? I'd like to do some chit chatting and whiskeying.
Sure.
Maybe you can
Don't-
get some billionaires.
Yeah, well,
Did you want refill on anything?
pour quick. I'll get a water. I'll go get
Water?
it. Well, I'll play. So you guys aren't sitting here looking at nothing. Not that I have anything to look at, I know. My wife celebrates when I go out and stream. I just want to know who she's celebrating with, I'm just saying. Yeah, I just want to know who he is so I can pay him. Oh, baby, roll over for me. Gosh. Oh, sorry. This doesn't even have the cancel the bonus countdown by double flipping. You know when that started? Dude, this game hates me. Everything's going down the sides. Yay! One in a row, guys.
One in a row.
Count it.
Oh no.
Try to do
She's
more
sitting there like
strings.
she's sitting there like this, and everything's going.
Yeah. Alright, come on, you gotta go again.
Yeah, let me do another one. You all right
Try to
with
do more streams before you get off to college. Gotcha.
that? You okay if I do another?
Yeah, please.
I gotta get warmed up, dialed in, something.
If Pinball Lounge was closer, I'd be there all the time. They, Dankotron, they stream from Kickback? Hey, Captain Catboy, how you doing, bud? Welcome to the stream. Hey, Goaty. Playing Goaty's second favorite female pinball-based game. His first being Elvira, of course.
I'm sorry, did you say left ramp?
So you're gonna want to shoot the left ramp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Country Frog. Bad Cats in general is a very weird game. Yeah, Kickback is a pinball place. It's a pinball place in Pittsburgh.
Girl, don't do me like that, as they
Yeah,
say.
the sound's so good. That's one of the main reasons why I've never upgraded to the 2.0 system. Oh, gotcha. I got you, thing. You guys gonna do all of Fresh Prince in the chat there? I don't know, Crocodile. I think Pinball Circus was probably a little bit more Python Angelush.
Come on. So keep it away from the kickers here, right?
Also, the circus games. I don't know. Skip Natty, you're killing me. They're reciting every line from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
And yet they couldn't come up with a dialed-in lyrics. Come on.
I've got a cell phone. I've got a cell phone.
I like that you can do that from time to time.
Yeah, it's fun. Feels good.
Yeah.
Alright. It's 2 balls up her throat, and then 2... No, shoot
No.
it in between her boobies, and then shoot it, put it in her throat.
Oh, okay. I didn't know her boobies were an option.
There you go. Yeah.
Now where?
Left ramp.
I've heard that.
We're gonna want some more left ramp going on here, please.
Is that the cowbell shot?
Oh, come on!
Ah! But honey. Oh.
Well, the team that was working on redoing Pinball Circus, they've made up and they're going to make a couple of those as well, and it's going to have the original design. Original design has a snake in the middle of the playfield that's going to be a kickback that you have to hit with your hips, and then you bounce the ball back into the playfield.
Did you get to wear a cup
So
or something?
that's very Python Angelo-ish. All right, let's do a one-handed game.
You know you're still gonna kick my ass, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe. Thank God for no ball save.
Yeah.
You know, I consider myself a fairly good pinball player until I come over and play with you, and that shit just goes right out the window.
Well, there's so many different skill levels of pinball. I'm not even like I think I'm good, and I am able to put some scores together. But I'll go to a competition like Papa or Pinbird.
Right.
I'm not nothing. I'm not anything there.
They're humiliated in those things.
Yeah. That's cool, arcade ammo. Yeah. If you find one, you can send me pics and I'll give you my recommendation to buy or not.
You're right, you can't do that. How'd you know? I like that simple gate. Just that little metal simple gate between her eyebrows there.
Yeah.
Real simple but effective.
Feeds it left or right or left.
They could have over-engineered that so easily.
Yeah.
One-handed still?
What? Bananas? Oh yeah, one-handed. You're right.
Had to remind you, man. I want to have a chance at least to be. That right drain is killing. That right outlay.
Some big ones.
It is.
Captain Catboy, do you have any games? You know, I've only been out at the Pinball Lounge twice now, and it's about almost a 2-hour drive for me. So it's quite a trip. But if I do ever head out that way, I will let you know.
Where's that, Orlando?
It's past Orlando, about 30 minutes.
Oh, that's
15, 20 minutes. Well, with Orlando traffic, it could be, last time I went there, it took me 3 hours to get there because of Orlando traffic. So, they have a league there. You should do the league, Arcade Animal. They meet every week. I wish we had that much of a presence here.
Is it worth shooting that heart over and over again?
Well, it gets you a million every time.
Oh. But should I be going for the left ramp instead?
You're going to shoot the left ramp.
Okay. I've heard that works in this game. I'm ahead. Not with one hand, man. Oh, did I lose something? Yeah. Dang.
So, like at a big tournament, you can't call that out.
That's how I learn.
And since we are, competing on this game,
Sure.
I couldn't tell you.
Being a new guy, this is how you learn.
I could, if I were able to dial in the heart ramp, I could take him out that way.
Let's see.
It is dangerous, though. I'm not gonna do that. Girl!
Don't What's she saying? Walkies?
She has a little bit of a speech impediment.
Yeah, it seems that.
Replay's 4.5. Wow. I'll go to Arcade Odyssey a lot more too if it's closer. That place is rad. Yeah, we do.
Well, I have to say, Replay is they were having trouble there for a while keeping their machines maintained because their main maintenance guy was under the weather. But they've really got that under control now, and the games are really playing much better. It's certainly worth the trip now.
Yeah, Steve's rocking it.
Yeah.
You have Elvira Party Monsters and Stern Star Wars in the garage. Nice. Another garage has 22 more.
Wow.
Nice. If I had the space for 10, I would have 10 in here. I got the space for 4. I think the most I've had in here in the past, they've leaked out into the kitchen. I've had, I think, 7 games before, but it was gnarly. At that time, I had like a Devil's Dare. I had 2 Brighter Pinbots. I had.
Why did you have 2 Brighter Pinbots?
I had 2 Brighter Pinbots for like a couple of weeks. I was dating 2 of them at the same time. There was a little bit of an overlap.
Because of that situation you were talking about earlier?
Yeah. I had a Game of Thrones Pro and a Stern Star Wars, or no, Stern Star Trek at the same time too. That was nice.
You know, I really, that Star Trek is a simple game, but I love it.
It's a great game. It's a proven game.
Well, some people call it chopping wood, but
Chopping wood?
Yeah.
No, that game's not chopping wood. It completely awards you. Before the medal system, maybe.
yeah.
But game that's chopping, there's a lot of games that are chopping wood, and I wouldn't say that's one of them. Transformers, it's chopping wood. What else? Let me think for a second. I can name some wood choppers. It just feels like you just keep on hitting everything, and you don't get any for it. Yeah, it's just not fun. Avengers is chopping wood. How's Cafe doing? He says he's doing well. He should be pretty mobile in a month. Alright, let's do a 2-hand again.
Good idea. Yeah, I appreciate you letting me beat you one time at least. Now I should start drinking. Have you ever had a regular pinball?
No, I almost bought one, but the playfield was faded. The cabinet was perfect, the playfield was perfect, but half of it was, they were trying to say it was a prototype,
Yeah.
but it was actually like the reds have been faded to oranges. And the yellows were light white. But the rest of it was really, really nice. I almost bought that. Because I like having really nice examples of games, especially older games. I've never owned a jackpot. I've almost bought a jackpot. Pierce had it. Yeah, it's fun. I've been able to play it a lot at Lowry Parkade, so I've been able to enjoy it there.
The cabinet on this is fantastic.
On this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really beautiful. Subject matter on this side at least looks like a mud flat.
Mud flap. Yeah. So what this cabinet on Bad Cats is actually excellent. Normally, the whole orange is faded.
Really?
Yeah. So for that to be solid orange all the way
Do you think
through.
this was redone or just well?
No, it's just well maintained. Come on, baby.
Nice shoot.
Yeah, he's coming to Pittsburgh. Whether he's hobbling or not playing, he's coming. We got tickets and a hotel and a flight. My God, she's alive.
You're not gonna do it again, are you?
All day. Give me, baby. I will kiss you. I guess I have to kiss her now. Yeah, yeah, baby.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I'll launch the shuttle. Come on, baby. I will wax your playfield. No? No wax for you.
No wax for you. She sounds like you're
Why did you bounce? I think it's because I had the flipper up a little bit and that took the impact. Let's do it again. Ball one.
still in there.
You ever see the Bride of Pinbot toy I have over there? Yeah, it's in the bottom left.
Oh yeah.
My friend Kelly made that for me for one of my birthdays.
That just came right out of the game, right? That game, didn't it?
She started with a Barbie doll.
Oh, I
And
was,
then-
I was looking at the headpiece.
Oh no, it's the whole little Barbie thing.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I'll show you. I'll bring it to you so you guys can see it as well.
That's really well done. Who did that?
My friend Kelly.
Yeah. Wasn't she here once?
Yeah. Yeah, that's 5 Billionaires clubs. Probably the most I've ever done on screen. So I'm feeling it tonight. Boop boop boop. You look good. No! She only turns back one face, though, to the eyes. When you're on her actual human form, she goes all the way back to the first phase. It's not too bad. Yeah! No!
Ooh. You're a lot of control there, man.
Hey, baby.
There you go.
Thank you. Woo! That was a weird one.
Yeah, that looks spin on it. What do you think?
First word. She's wearing me out. That's my girl.
Whoa. That was a nice ball. So far.
I'll grab the toy 1 second.
Mission control. Standing by.
That must have taken quite some time to make.
Yeah, go skateboard.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
How rad is that?
It's amazing, really.
Yeah. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend and Kelly, my friend, made that for me for a birthday. I was completely shocked by it. That girl, whenever she puts her mind to it, she can make anything. Come on. Let's do it again. Skip, I really do love your emotes. They came out really well. No! Yeah? I don't. Yeah.
Get extra ball.
Yeah, OV Owls makes the emote. She's a streamer on here. Make sure to give her a follow. Skip, can you give her a shout out, please? So I've decided I want to attempt a 24-hour pinball community pinball stream. So what I want is for all of us pinball streamers to group together and take 2-hour shifts and cover 24 hours of pinball on Twitch. How do you guys, would you guys like that? Is that something you would tune into?
It's an interesting idea.
It would be me, it'd be Skip Natty, it would be Pinball Undesirables, Dead Flip, Buffalo, all the people that stream pinball. An effort to grow the community and also just share our passion for different games. Look at that. That's a weird Stucky.
That's interesting.
That's a Mylar Stucky.
Hold on, I'll get it for you. Come on. I might get it for you. Fried Stucky.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and anybody that streams like physical pinball, I haven't decided if I want to do open up digital pinball because there's a lot of people that I like that do digital pinball as well, like Donkey Kong and Wax. Alright, we're getting an extra ball here. Don't. Thank you. No. Thank you.
Nice.
back to one ball now.
You're playing well there.
Yeah, it's a good night. Ball one still.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, Goaty could do that. Yeah, Goaty has organized a few marathons on his channel, the Nintendo, which I've participated in twice so far. So yeah, if you have advice on that, that'd be cool as well. There's a lot of cool people that stream pinball or getting into pinball. I found a new guy yesterday. What was his name? Pinball Lizard, I think. He had a pretty good looking stream. He was streaming Medieval Madness Remake, and a lot of people start from my guide. So I have a YouTube video, and I also have a list of all my equipment. I saw a blue snowball in the frame. I saw a big black mic stand just like this, and then like it just looked kind of like my old stream. And I introduced myself and say he didn't mention anything about using my equipment. I'm like, so how'd you get into pinball? He's like, oh, well, I started from your guide. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I was like, well, why didn't you say hi, motherfucker, then? Say hi. Oh no. Fuck shit. Yeah, we do. So from this one ball, this should be like a tutorial on what to do in this game.
Yeah.
You shoot the left ramp, and then when it comes back from the left ramp, you either decide to try to shoot the heart ramp to get it to the right flipper, or you try to hold up the flipper and do a post pass. Not a post pass, a tip pass. She's getting bored. Thank God, girl.
She sounded happy.
Needed a break.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you guys
Don't get too comfortable.
if you guys want this shirt, it is available from Double Danger Pinball. They ship really cool stuff.
That is a great shirt.
And they have a discount code if you use, I don't always remember my commands. Let's look. I think it's DD. So it is, yeah, DD. I have a code for 15% off if you use the code OWL in their checkout. I get compliments on this shirt almost every time I wear it out. And this is not by pinball people. They're like, that's a rad shirt. And a lot of people know that I'm into pinball. So they'll like, oh, cool, man. That's, you know, they would have liked it regardless, but then they realize it's a pinball game. And
a lot of
I think
people
it's
just
better.
love tie-dye, too.
Yeah. I've been buying more tie-dye shirts. The only thing that somebody mentioned to me the other day that really bothers me about this shirt now is that the pinball game's not plugged in.
Oh, really? There's actually a cord that's lying on the ground?
It's, yeah, right
Oh, look
here.
at that. Wow.
The cord, I don't know, you guys can't see, but the cord is not plugged in. So I actually wrote the guy from Double Danger. I'm like, dude, the game's not plugged in. What the heck? He's like, it's run on his passion for the game.
Oh.
It's like, oh, come on. You're just coming up with that now.
That's a stretch, isn't it?
What's up, Zillion Brain? How you doing? I played a game last night, which I was talking about earlier. I kind of fell in love with, called Zillion for the Sega Master System. There used to be a punk band called Billionaire here in Tampa Bay. What are you laughing about, Skip Natty? Passion for the game, gotcha.
Mission control. Stand
Waiting for her to spit it out at me.
Nice. He's learning.
They're teaching me, man. It's taking a long time, though.
That ramp said no. I do appreciate everybody hanging out, playing some Bride of Pinball with us. Iron Maiden was fun last week.
That was.
So if you guys didn't get to catch it, it's in my VOD of my last pinball stream. We played Iron Maiden LE last week. Heck of a game.
What a gorgeous cabinet. The whole game was just gorgeous.
And then I ended up going to the Lost Kangaroo and playing it for another 2 hours after that. Playing the Pro for another 2 hours. I put up number 1 and number 3, but I've gone back since then. And I got big old GC. I had a 390 ball 1, 384 million ball 1. Wow. When I actually thought about a strategy and then went for it. I did Flight of Icarus, 3X, and I stacked Mummy with it. Because Mummy requires the ramps, and it requires the sarcophagus. So I was 3X plus Mummy plus that, blew the game up. All the waffles.
We tripled any score that we got playing earlier that night.
Yeah.
How do you feel it played the LA against the Pro?
So, my conclusion was, if you have the money, buy a premium or LE. If you don't, the Pro is still the same game. I just think the lock mechanism is nicer. The sarcophagus. I like the moving sarcophagus. And I like so they do a virtual lock in the middle. I like the physical ball lock, shooting the left ramp and physically locking the ball. It just feels more complete than a virtual ball lock.
Also, that center ramp lifting up.
Yeah, the left, you still shoot the left, and then you shoot the middle, and it does a virtual lock for it.
I'm talking about the Underworld.
The Underworld, you shoot the ramp to start the modes, versus on the Premium and LE, it lifts up and you shoot the scoop.
Right.
Which, that game is, a route game, so it's starting to get, some use. I was hitting the ramp without the velocity needed to hit that target. So a lot of times when I was trying to start a mode, I was shooting the ramp and not shooting that target. So I wasn't starting the mode. So I think 5 years from now, 4 years from now, you're not going to be able to start a mode.
Yeah.
Unless operators, which I hope you guys are, taking care of your games.
Kind of interesting how that target's kind of like a dartboard where, you hit it in the middle, you score more than if you hit the outer rings.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's a nice concept.
So it's got 3 zones, the blue zone, red zone, and bullseye.
Right.
Shoot the blue zone, it flashes blue. If you shoot the red, it shoots red. If you shoot the bullseye, it does a mixture of the two.
It does a what?
Mixture. Flashes back and forth.
Oh, okay.
Red and blue.
I also like the orb down the bottom as opposed to the target.
So I actually feel reverse on that. The target is, you can backhand it.
Yeah.
At least from my experience.
The orb's not so.
You can backhand the target a lot easier, and it registers hits. But again, that's just, you could tweak. Maybe you could tweak that Newton ball.
Actually, I've read that people are having trouble with that orb. It's got like a kind of like a modified spoon that you use for pop bumpers, and it's not really. It's hard to make it work right. It's either too sensitive or not.
That's how I felt. I felt it wasn't sensitive enough.
Yeah.
And it's so the way that a switch works is a leaf switch, which is what that would be. No, it would be a
It's a spoon.
It's a spoon.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they say it's like hexagonal.
So you'd have to move it. So the way that a pop bumper works is the cup, and it's a pole that goes down into it, and then the pole moving left and right triggers a leaf switch to close. So the problem with that is that it has to be adjusted perfectly like a pop bumper.
Yeah.
The leaf switch is right there. You know, it's just a little tiny switch. All you have to do is close, hit the target, and hit the little leaf switch, and it registers. I was hitting that orb shot multiple times in the LE, and it wasn't registering.
Really?
But like any game, you can adjust things to make it more sensitive.
What do I always say? Anything can be fixed.
Anything can be fixed. I learned that a long time ago with a Lord of the Rings. A Lord of the Rings that was the most expensive game I had bought, and it was dead on the first day. I let out the magic smoke on the first day. Lifted the play.
Had it been used for a while?
It was a home use only game.
Uh-huh.
I lifted the playfield with the game on, and I let out some magic smoke. And I had problems with the game and up until I sold it.
What did you say when you lifted the playfield? What happened?
I let out the magic smoke.
Oh.
Something caught fire and I smelled smoke. I turned it off instantly.
Oh, wow.
I shorted something out.
Well, that sucks. Did you ever turn the coil right here?
Yes, I did. Yep. If I have a billion in this game, then it would be. I think this is still the 5, not 6. This has just been such a long game already. My ball 1, I got 2 extra balls on, so I still think this is. I think this is still the 5th billion.
I think it is too. You only got 1 billion on that first ball.
Zillion Brain, if you actually go for the extra balls, so
Son of a bitch.
you're awarded an extra ball from a certain amount of combos or ramps, I believe. But there's also this extra ball that is just this left loop. You can get awarded 1 every ball, so you can get 1 each ball. If you really go for it, I think it's very obtainable. It's not too dangerous. And then, yeah, you collect it on the in lanes, in lane or out lane. I tend to not necessarily go for it because I just don't really enjoy shooting that shot. I'd rather go just, be doing the whole left ramp strat.
The out lanes are pretty wide.
Denise Glass, thank you so much for the raid there. Can I get a host out for Denise Glass?
Hey Scott, how you doing?
Hey Scott. I've been peeping on Denise Glass's website or stream. Sorry. I had no idea how stained glass was made until watched this stream. Hey Lion Woman, hope you're feeling well. First raid, nice, yeah. No! Don't! So if you guys are just tuning in now, this is a game this is a ball 2?
Yes.
This game has been going on for quite some time.
Yeah, it has.
But this is my 5th billionaire.
Well, one of us has
Game.
been playing for a while.
I'm feeling it tonight. She's being nice. Yeah, obviously with 1.105, if I get that 2 or that 3 billion, it'll be a top 1 or 2. You love this game? Yeah. It's Bright and Pinbot next to a Bad Cax, next to a TNA, next to a Paragon. That's a very Scott Denisi type lineup, I think, right?
I'm looking forward to playing that Paragon again soon.
Paragon.
That's a lot of fun.
It's my girl. Extra ball. So what's funny about extra ball is that they move the ramp
Yeah.
goes past the switch, so you're only able to get it actually from the left ramp. We'll be able to get one right here. That's how you do it.
Nicely done.
Those are all great games. I just need I need a stir in here. I need like Iron Maiden, maybe a Batman.
Star Trek.
I've had a Star Trek.
I think a Batman would be a great addition.
Yeah. Yeah, Bad Cats is leaving eventually.
Have you played the new code on the Batman?
It's excellent. It's been excellent for a while.
It was terrible at first.
It was.
It really was.
Walking Dead, every game has been terrible at first. Bride of Pinbot, not Bride of Pinbot, sorry. Metallica was really bad. Walking Dead was really bad.
Yeah, Walking Dead is outstanding.
It's excellent.
Especially after the last code update. Billionaire Club, what are the odds? Pretty high tonight. Pretty low tonight. Nice.
Come on, baby. Give me that triple so I can get my score back. That should be a number 2, or yeah, that should be a number 2.
It is, yeah.
On Billionaire's Club. I believe my buddy, I believe it's either Alan or Skylar has a 3 billion. Yeah, Cathode definitely has gotten 2 billion before. Hey JPP, how you doing, bud? JPP, did you go to that Lost Kangaroo tournament? They had a pretty good turnout from what I hear. So you were there. Nice. Poor Egret 2 with nobody to play him. Bitch, please. I play my games all the time. Hey, y'all. How you doing? We got Bat Rider. Well, here, step to your left. We got Armed Police Bat Rider and Mushi Masama Futari Black Label. And they get played all the time. And those games get played so often that they've been stuck in there for a few months now. I have about 20 PCBs in the closet, and they just get changed back. She wowed him.
That was a pretty big movie. Surprised she didn't slap you for that one.
Yeah. We have about 0 PCBs in the cabinet and about 0 on the cab. Yeah. Think about trading Iron Maiden for a Hobbit. For the route?
Oh.
Just watch the movie if you want to play an hour-and-a-half game. Yeah, I wanted to come out to the tournament, but I had to go into work. Scott, to answer your question earlier, yes, I do like punishment. When it comes to games.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Almost got you.
Oh, so that was ball 3? Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta take this one. Highest score? Is that number
A lot
1?
of credits tonight.
Was that number 1? Dan Sinjo, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription there, buddy. Thank you so much. I think that's number 1. So I regained the ownership to my Billionaires Club.
I'm gonna head out, dude. 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Good seeing you.
Thank you so much for hanging.
And thank you for having me come over.
Yeah.
See you later, guys.
Hey, number 1, me.
I think I was just an audience member tonight.
Suck it, Skylar.
Still, I had fun. See you.
All right, be right back, guys. So good.
Yeah, and again.
Not a big deal. Just a hobby. Yeah, thank you, Dan, so much for the Twitch Prime. I'm drinking, let me get the bottle there. So when Crew Jumper was just here, he came over. He brought the whiskey, or the single malt Scotch whiskey that I always drink at his place. He bought me a bottle, so it's very, very nice. 15-year-old Dalwhinnie. I don't know if you guys have had this. Holy moly, is it nice! Super, super smooth. Kind of tastes like a more like a bourbon. But that's what I've been sipping on tonight. Not your thing? So, hey Budweiser Tall Cans, how you doing, bud? So, that's 6 billion. Well, it's not really 6 Billionaires Club. That's 5 billion Billionaire Games, but 6 Billionaires Award. I don't know. That's the best I've done in any stream or any like Bride Pinbot session. So, I'm gonna keep playing here until the groove goes away. Appreciate everyone hanging out. I don't think I gave out Denise Glass a shout out, but you guys should go over there. Go give him a follow. He does Stained Glass Live on Twitch. And then Scott, you guys all know who Scott is, but he actually streams making music as well. Make sure I have his name correct. Yeah, you ain't kidding. I can hear the music just by reading your sentence. I start to hear the music. Thank you, Andrew. Too kind. Yeah, so like normally when I play Bride of Pinbot, I don't allow myself to start drinking until I got a Billionaires Club, but I got a Billionaires Club the very first game. So, the very first game of the stream. I got 2 back to back. So I'm allowed to drink. The real question is, what's for dinner? Kind of feel like a big Cobb salad. I've only had, I think, two rock spores, maybe 3. I'm not trying to get dead flip drunk. Just kidding, buddy. Love you, Jack. Yeah, Scared Stiff's dope. Twilight Zone's really good too. I've owned Elvira and the Party Monsters and a Scared Stiff before. Scared Stiff has made me laugh like no other game I've owned. It's really funny. Yeah, nothing I can do there. There's a little tiny rubber and a big outline drain here. I tried to do a forward push, but it wasn't enough, unfortunately. Yeah, my wrist is starting to hurt. My favorite is in the multi-ball on Scared Stiff, when you get multiple jackpots. She's like, wake me up when you're done. Okay, Cassandra Peterson, I will. And I love you. Yeah, the game is full of Elvira innuendo puns, which she always manages very well. You watched, what's her movie called again? Scared of the Dark? No. Mistress of the Dark? Dang it. I'm having multiple jackpots here. I need some Bob Matthew gloves here. Help with my wrists. Ah. Yeah, it's Mistress of the Dark. No, I don't. I should. I'm on a keyboard all day.
Machine complete and fully operational.
Dang it. If you have a video or somewhere you can send me the diagram what to do, I'd appreciate that. For a while, I was wearing a glove at work on my right wrist, but I ended up getting a more ergonomic setup, so I don't have to use it anymore. If you were local Yam, I would gladly have you over, bud. I like sharing my games. I wish everybody could have a setup like I do. I'm very fortunate. Luckily, I got into the candy cab scene before it got out of hands. So there's 2 Grit 2s, a Vulix F's Capcom FC, and then it is a Naomi Universal Japanese cabinet stand-up. They're normally chopped.
Oh no.
They're normally chopped, but I didn't chop that one at all. So a lot of times they'll move that coin box and that mesh, and they'll lower it, and it'll look like a new Net City. But yeah, that's the original. That's the original design for a Naomi JP. Well, guys, I think that's it for me. I do appreciate everybody hanging out. Thank you for the sub, Dan Sinjo. Thank you for the host, Denise Glass. Thank you for the biddies, Med City, and the follow, Stormy and Top Gunner. Really do appreciate everybody hanging out. Let's try to find somebody to host. Oops, wrong one. I think Jack's streaming, so we'll probably send you guys over to Jack. But let's look. Boom, 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 boom. Thanks for the follow, Zillion Brain.